In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw right away. And his first look is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. DK to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action, Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First down.
But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Lockett the motion man right. From the shotgun, it's Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Sly able to put this one through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
To kick off for Tennessee.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they have
out.
that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw, here's Nix. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Man in motion is Sherfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 74 yards. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. He hits his target, Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now Ward. Returning right back to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Pollard going to try the right side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Throwing now, Ward. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Calvin Ridley, 54 yards. And the Titans are able to move back in front. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Joey
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, good move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Throwing Nix. Buying time to his left. Taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On Play action. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. A little juke. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 5. This quick pass complete to Sutton. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Nix to the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have moved out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Titans 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Ward. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a 3rd and 6. To throw is Ward. And that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker on to punt for Tennessee. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Shifts by him. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Ward. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Nix. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try to match his intensity.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun. Nix. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Brings up second.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Ward. Incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Ward. Steps away to his left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
That's dumped off to Pollard. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Running right, it's Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
That's complete to DK. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down at the Broncos' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. Able to slither by. Look at those stick skills. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. As soon as he caught that toss and looked upfield, you could tell they had a big numbers advantage blocking-wise.
They certainly did, which means oftentimes your safety will be unblocked. That means he's got to play it from what they call inside out. Don't let the running back cut back across your face. Keep him pinned to the sideline and go make the tackle.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Pollard again.
we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Moore. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a first carry for their fullback. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun is Nix. He's got a man, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
In motion, the tight end. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun here, Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That is smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ward's pass complete to 0. Calvin Ridley. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Moore. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They go play action with Ward. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bonito able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Harvey now, 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Broncos.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To throw, here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing Nix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Punts for the Broncos field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go with the keeper. And he will have the Titans 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A give to Pollard running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd down, Pollard again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now Ward. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Nifty move. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A gain of 2.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the Titans getting set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Ward now working out of the gun. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It leads to second and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll throw again, Ward. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's caught, Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like, That's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Out of the gun, Ward. Looking downfield for Pollard. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 45 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Returning right back to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. And it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Dobbins running out of the gun. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
182 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, +3.
So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their 2nd-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.